Yo, what is up guys? It is Samool back again with another Epic 7 video for you guys today. And today we're going to be talking all about the unit that you see on your screen here, ae-NINGNING, one of the 4 aespa collab units, how to build her, and where you want to use her. That being said, I apologize in advance if my voice sounds a little bit weird today. I have the flu, which kind of sucks because I do have exams very soon. Hopefully you guys can stay healthy and warm for the winter and don't get unlucky like I do and catch the influenza virus. So let's talk about her skills real quick so you guys can kind of understand what she does and why you want to build her on certain stats. Her S3 is an AoE barrier inversion that will dispel 2 buffs, and also will see her push herself by 50%. Now when the enemy target is granted a barrier, this combat readiness push will also double, making it so that it will go from 50% to 100%. Next we have our S2 guys, Butterfly Effect. This is a single target attack that will decrease CR of one enemy by 30%. This will also increase attack of the ally with the highest attack for 2 turns and also CR push them by 30%. And this only has a 2-turn cooldown, so it's very similar to Amelia's S2, making it so that if you can get your S2 off after your S3, not only are you doing a lot of damage with that barrier inversion, but also you're going to be able to buff up an ally as well as delay an enemy opening unit from taking their turn. Next we have our S1, single target attack that has a chance to stun, and after you attack, if the target is stunned, you'll increase the CR of ae-NINGNING by 20%, and you can soul burn this for 10 souls to actually increase the stun chance to 100%. So looking at her kit, you definitely are going to want to bring her into barrier heavy teams because she has 2 effects on her skills that will work only against enemies with barriers, right? First, we have that barrier inversion, which can do up to 10k damage or even more if you're bringing her into teams with like Fallen Cecilia. And also, if the enemy target has a barrier, instead of just giving herself a 50% CR push, you're essentially going to get an extra turn because that CR push doubles to 100%, allowing you to actually push back an extra enemy and also buff up an ally and give them a CR push. So you definitely are going to want to bring her into a team with barrier or barriers and with a very aggressive team that you can actually CR push up and give them attack buff. For stats guys, definitely recommend running her on as high speed as you can with effectiveness at around 100%. You definitely want to take that first turn to activate her S3 into her S2. Without taking the first turn on her, she becomes kind of useless, and because of that fact, you definitely want to make sure that she is super fast. Now her base speed isn't too high, it's only at 114, so you have to be careful when bringing her into units that have high base speed such as Ran, Lua, Peyra, and Concurlius, because there is a chance, or a very high chance to say the least, that you will get outsped by them. Definitely recommend around like 270 speed or more, and like I said, 100% effectiveness, and any bulk on top of that is a bonus because like I said, most of the time you'll win at the start of battle once you actually get the first turn off, but if for some reason the fight goes on longer, you want her to be a bit more tankier so she can survive until her next turn cycle. For sets, I recommend speed set and effectiveness set. They are very good on her because they kind of both fit the bill for what she needs. And for artifacts, you want either Warhorn or even her own artifact for herself. I personally like Warhorn because of the fact that it will give attack buff to all your allies, but her own artifact works as well. Now for skill enhances, you definitely want to max out her S3 so you get all that CR push from her S3, making it so that, this becomes a 100% CR push instead of that 50%, right? You also want to make sure S2 is at the 1-turn cooldown in the case that this does get used more than once per battle. And her S1, you can honestly keep this at +0 because, it really doesn't really matter. 30% versus 40%, doesn't really matter too much. And her damage modifiers are pretty crap, so you don't really need any damage skill enhances for her. For Awakenings, obviously you want to max her out as well. I have her on Grace of Growth because she's kind of the perfect unit for it because she doesn't really need anything on her S1. So keep in mind for Grace of Growth, it's +5/+5 on S2, S3. And then for S1, it's at +2. So she's one of the good units for it. And it's really nice for testing out units as well. That being said, for where you want to take her, definitely in Arena offense or Guild Wars offense against, like I said, barrier units, and also make sure that the enemy team doesn't have that many speed contesters. Otherwise, you'll be in for a pretty rough time. That being said, pretty much wanted to wrap this video up here. See you guys next time, and thanks for watching.